Portal, 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 portal. Oh, got Jake Coker out the portal and losing half of the team out the other side. But you know what they say. The portal giveth and the portal taketh away. Let's go. Yeah, roll tide, Alabama. Roll tide, Alabama fans. Roll tide, roll. Welcome to the scariest time of the football season. The portal is open, and it's sucking the life out of teams to the left, to the right, to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and it's trying to dry up the tide. But we will endure, as we do through all the challenges that come with being a powerhouse in college football. Welcome to Tight Sports and Alabama Football Megacast. We are the People's Crimson Tide broadcast on whichever virtual space you can find us. Facebook, YouTube, may catch a drop a video on X, drop a video on Blue Sky. We all out there. Here on Tight Sports, we talk all things Alabama football, basketball. We may even talk gymnastics. And maybe bass fishing. Do we have a bass fishing team? And y'all check and see if Alabama has a bass fishing team out there. I want to support them. Roll Tide to them. Which is why the Crimson Tide is always making a title run for a national championship. Always. We always in that mode. We always on that. We want that. And as we go along and talk Tide sports, we have to address the haters, the doubters, all the small-minded people that want to stop the tide from rising. All I can say to you is good luck and God bless you. Tide fans, may God keep you all. Please tip a brother on the way in and smack that subscribe button right upside the E. Just smack it. Link up with us here on Tight Sports. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers, and with your help, we will get there. We will be heard by Bama fans around the globe and hated by others while listening to us in their pea-stained draws. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Well, according to On3, there are 1,739 athletes in the portal right now as we speak. 136 have been claimed, and we got a while to go. Why is the portal open and 30, 40, maybe 33% of college football is still playing? Something they need to address. That would be change number one I would love to make. Just looking at a little revisionist history, in 2024, 3,312 athletes hit the portal. 2,248 were committed to other schools, while 3%, they took their name out. They said, I'm not risking it. I'm going with what I got. That means that 29% of these athletes, they sunk into the abyss. They disappeared. Kapoof, gone. Grown men. What is that? About 700 athletes just gone. Just disappeared. Just gone. I don't know. They training. Maybe they transferred somewhere. They weren't claimed by another team, but they may have walked on somewhere. I hope so. And that brings me to a conversation about former Marshall coach, Charlie Huff, or Charles Huff. Being, sarcastic, he offered the Ohio State players, said they wanted to come over and holler at him over there at Marshall's. All he had to offer them for NIL was a free breakfast biscuit deal they had with Tudor's Biscuits. It was all you could eat deal now. That's a good deal now. I'd take that to go to your school. Back in 1989, and I have limited football skills. But strange things happened between eating all those biscuits. Mr. Huff and the Marshall Thundering Herd, they won the Sun Belt Conference. And he quit. I'm gone. I'm up out of here. Deuces. I'm out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for hiring me, but I'm out. I love it because I left jobs for myself. Some people I like, some of them I didn't like. I left. He is now the coach with Southern Miss. Same conference. Totally opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to football. 1-11, 0-8. The absolute worst team in the conference, maybe in the country. Now, somebody just gotta, if you are a thinking person, you gotta say, what made him take that job? What's going on? Is there more money come from the right places? Maybe Brett Favre found some money from the right places to give back to his school, because Brett Favre is a proud alumni. I think. Well, at least he support the heck out of him. Almost to his own peril. His daughter's definitely graduated from there. That's all right. We love Dirt Road alumni. I'm one myself. Or maybe there's another benefactor at Southern Miss that Mr. Huff wants to impress. He think he can get to support his program. You ever heard of the late Jimmy Buffett? He passed away 2023. When he died, they said his estate was worth $1 billion. Y'all have seen the Margaritaville's. I'm not sure if they still own that, but at one time I know he started it. Maybe he sold it off. But $1 billion. The man has about 3 kids, 2 grandkids. I think he got some siblings. What if for a moment, what if they're supporters of Southern Mississippi? Imagine down the line and somebody says 5 o'clock somewhere and they just start supporting the heck out of Southern Miss. They start just cashing money in and just, hey, we got $1 billion. Go and send $20 million over there for Papa. And then Southern Miss does the unthinkable. They just win a couple championships. Sun Belt Conference champion. 11-2, 10-3, pull out 11-1, something like that. But then they get ignored, just like Army, who they actually opted out of the playoffs. They just said, don't even consider us if we win. Salute to them guys. They sacrifice all the time, much too much for sometimes, I think, ungrateful sports fan in this case. Anyway, they opted out. But what if they want in? Could they get in? Would they have denied Army a chance to be a part? Or what about the University of Ohio from the MAC? The MAC, they got Northern Illinois, who beat Notre Dame. Just out physical the boys. In the MAC, they were 10-3. They weren't getting an invitation to the college football playoffs. And, everyone tells Marshall at 10-3 or Ohio Army, play better teams. Now, everybody knows that's virtually impossible. You can play 1 or 2. Some of them teams, like, who signed up to play Appalachian State after they beat Michigan? Who? Where were they? How easy is that deal to make? Now, we got to get him $1.2 million, and they pretty good. They kind of sneaky good. Don't nobody want that smoke. Yeah, Virginia will take it because they need to get people buy tickets to their game. Maybe like Texas Tech will take it because they want an interesting game, somebody to watch other than people who's going to leave Texas Tech and go to the NFL and take over. But they ain't going nowhere. They'll take it. But with the powerhouses, were they signing up like Michigan, to meet up with them boys from North Carolina or wherever Appalachian State is? I don't want to go. I go this year because after the portal, they got destroyed. But who was signing up for them games in the last 15 years? Nobody was. But what if the Buffett clan go hard for the school? Do you think people of certain economic means don't just take this little check that the president said, oh, they're going to give us $11 million, just keep, not making any trouble. We need another building. The band need uniforms. Just, college presidents, God bless them, they love guarantees. Well, people with wealth, they like returns. And that is the reason why I'm saying this playoff will expand. No matter what y'all think. Tulane got a whole law school. I think Memphis does too. And every school got great benefactors who may just up jump the boogie and be like, you know what? I've already conquered the world of filling it blank on what industries conquered. And I got like $2 billion. And I think it's time for Bowling Green to make a playoff run. I don't know. But when you got that kind of money and time, it don't matter. Y'all better be glad Warren Buffett wasn't no big Nebraska football fan, because it would have been over. Don't talk to me when the team's sitting on $1 billion. Forget Nike. Forget Oregon. What if Nebraska? What if Warren Buffett said, you know what? Don't give away all $66 billion. Can you send $2 billion to Nebraska real quick? Ain't nobody gonna keep investing in these teams to make them successful, and then your team fall apart as soon as you get success. Marshall's entire team is going into the portal, allegedly. I checked it. They got over 30 players, closer to 35, that had actually gone into the portal. 3 of them withdrew and just said, I stay here. But a lot of them going to Southern Miss. That's going to create another vacuum of players that's going to get denied their scholarships or their position, and they're going to leave Southern Miss. But the person, even tutors, I don't know about tutors. We joking about tutors. I don't know, tutors may be worth $15 million up there wherever Marshall is in West Virginia. He may have his own attorney. He may want some smoke, the Tudor family or the Tudor enterprise. Like, hey, man, them boys ate up $350,000 of breakfast biscuits, and I demand satisfaction. Why are we not in the playoffs? This is where we're going with this, folks. Going forward, people are not going to take this. The ACC, if I read this, I grabbed this stuff real quick. The ACC, just for being in the conference, they getting like 40, 50 million. Same thing for the SEC. They get more than 40, 50 million. And then the SEC Big Ten, they getting like 21 million just for the college football playoffs. All the rest of the schools for being quiet, the college presidents, they getting nice checks. But what if, I don't know, Bill Gates just up jumped the boogie, be like, Harvard, y'all need to represent. We moving y'all to D1. Huh? How long you think it take for Harvard graduates to get together and say, you know what, we're leaving the Ivy League. We're gonna try to join the Conference USA because we want to play for the national championship, and we got companies we want to advertise. Matter of fact, Microsoft is gonna go ahead and buy. It's gonna be Harvard. What is it? Scarlet something? The Harvard Pale Cats, I don't know, Smart Cats, and sponsored by Microsoft. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the $1 billion run down on you? Huh? How long y'all think this gonna last? It's not gonna last forever. The Sun Belt out here is splitting. They giving their schools $9 million apiece, 8.5 million, 7.5 from the TV deals. How do these schools get in the double digits on the TV deal? By the time the Conference USA at 7.5, by the time they get $10 million on the TV deals alone, SEC gonna be sitting on 3. They're gonna be sitting there almost, $100 million. It's how do you catch up? You gotta get in the playoffs. You gotta take your whoopings. You gotta get hit on your head a couple times, and then parity would take place. No longer are you telling people, "Hey, son, if you come here, we can eat breakfast biscuits." No, son, you come here, you may take us a couple times. We win a conference championship. We put you on the national stage by the time you're a junior, and we play for a national championship. We get you on that. We let you lineback, quarterback, receive, whatever it is. You get to play against the big boys and show everybody what you got. But why is that not happening? Why is that not happening? See, there are other benefactors that ain't taking this forever. But there's other benefactors that's always been in the game. They like the money they get. See, most of these schools, they scared of the lower level tiered conferences. The group of five, they like to call them. It's almost like calling somebody, undocumented or something. Like they're a group of 5. There are schools in the SEC, in the ACC, in the Big Ten. They scared of them. Not the Tide, though. The Crimson Tide, you set them up, we knock them down. I don't care who they are. Ain't no fear over here. But Mississippi State, Wake Forest, Virginia, Rutgers, all getting that cash for what? Why they get, as an Alabama fan, I'm like, why is Mississippi State getting a big check? They offer nothing but cowbell noises, literally. They don't even help with our strength of schedule at this point. And look at teams like Wake Forest over here just existing. Not nobody trying to see no Wake Forest do nothing, but they get paid a bigger check than conference championships from TV deals. You think people gonna sit in that position forever? Most of these these Power 4 schools, the lesser thans, the Iowa States and I won't say Stanford, but Stanford, they scared of these people. Like I said, wasn't none of them Virginia signed up to play Appalachian State either when they was going through that thing, They scared of them. They don't want things to change. They don't want it to change. And that's right. The boy, we line them up and knock them down. If you can't get used to that, it's too much for you now. They got a job for you back out there in the new Pac-10 or the Big Sky, or I think Japan is trying to build a league. But here, that's what we do. We ain't scared of nobody. Some of these folks are. Some of these Power 4 schools are. Now back to Alabama and the portal. Currently, 16 former retired players are gone. They gone, son. A lot of them were young, but those with the biggest impact. Kendrick Law, man, he should do his job. He blocked on the outside, but he just wasn't getting the ball. The whole year now. Now y'all saw Kendrick Law almost every game. Him and Kobe Prentice. But Law had 10 receptions for 105 yards, 1 touchdown. In what is that? 12 games? Man, that's ridiculous. Because there was only 2 other receivers ahead of him, Jerry Bernard and Ryan Williams. Kobe Prentice, 11 receptions. I don't know how many targets they had. It'll be interesting to see. Is it a quarterback issue with them or is just usage? I don't know. Kobe Prentice had 11 receptions, 129 yards, 1 touchdown in 12 games. Doesn't seem like he was throwing it around a lot. And they weren't. It's the same old plays. Luckily, we didn't lose more games because it seemed like we had either our quarterback was choosing who he wanted to choose, or these guys were having problems running routes, in which that's a coaching issue. But they're gone. That's going to sting. We have people coming in, and we'll talk about that in a second. We're looking at people, targets, and we got the young folks coming in, but take time to learn how to play in the SEC. Devontae Smith. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. 30 tackles. That's what he had. I saw him every game. That's the smoke coming off my heart right now, setting off my fire alarm. Damani Jackson, Jalen Mbakwe, who could be portal bound last time I looked. He may be getting in the portal. That's going to be messed up because he and Ryan Williams have a very popular podcast. If he just jumped the boogie, and he may have been told to get going because, Mbakwe was doing some young stuff like every game. He had splashes. He was in the rotation, but he just needed more time. But if he jumps, I guess Ryan Williams got to rebrand his podcast, or maybe they can do it across 2 different schools. Who cares? It's a different world. But the big one that got me, also we have Xavier Brown coming back. Keon Saab should be back. And what they call them the Cali Corners. This school out here, Bishop Gorman, they're getting quite a reputation. I think it's Bishop Gorman. But wherever Damani Jackson went to school, his high school, they're getting quite the reputation for developing college ready with pro potential cornerbacks. So people can say, y'all need to get people in the league. Get people from Alabama to play at Alabama. I believe in that. But if everybody in the country trying to get these cornerbacks to come to these schools, I'm going to take them people because they going everywhere and doing well. But the biggest blow to the Alabama team, man, to the Crimson Tide is Justice Haynes. The man was out there, man, doing his thing. 79 carries, 463 yards, totally underutilized. All my backs were. I'm surprised there's anybody left in that room. That man averaged 5.7 yards a game. I mean, a carry, and nobody really recognized. 7 touchdowns, and he had 99 yards receiving. I think he got all that probably in the last 3 games. Somebody said, like, you know what? If Jalen can't get the ball in the mid-range, middle of the field, maybe we throw it to the backs. You think? You think he can throw it to the backs? Justin is a big loss. It's just like you're getting somewhere and you pull your back, just like when Roydell Williams left, man. I hope Roydell go to the NFL and got enough money from Florida State to open a couple of chicken shacks and all that stuff, man. But that hurt. Roydell was a battering ram, baby. Justin Haynes was more of like a, he's kind of a 2-cut back. Justice Haynes, Jam Miller is kind of a pounding back. He may go right up in there. He could go to the NFL this year, but maybe he'll come back. But there are backs in the room. But I wouldn't be surprised if more backs go into it because they did not run the ball enough. Leading rusher was your quarterback. Leading and it's not the problem ain't with the yards, but actual carries. The quarterback leads the team in carries. That tells a 4 or 5-star back you ain't getting the ball. And I wonder. Man, I get to that in a minute, but I wonder why they're all losing. But this is a usage issue. Slick Sheridan and Kalen, y'all got to get this together, man, because you got starters, man. You got to use these starters to show everybody else what they're waiting on. People don't mind sitting behind other people if they know they're going somewhere. And I can really say in certain positions, I ain't see it. I see it. I saw that tight end. Oh, if you're a tight end, you better get to Alabama. We played 3 of them all year long and threw the ball to them in the second half of the season. If you're a receiver, if you're a running back, you got to think. Now, we get if Ty Simpson's back there starting or Austin Mack, Keelan Russell. I don't think Keelan will start next year, but, yeah, the back should be used a lot more. 3 times as much. Than they were before. But they got to figure that out. And that leads me to like a survey question. I just want to ask everybody. Let me check this. But I want to ask, why do you think these people, especially why these people are leaving, especially these young guys? Is it that, they can't see the benefit of staying? Put an A in there if you think that's the reason. B is they were offered more benefits elsewhere. Maybe that's the reason. And C is, are they tapping out of the competition in Alabama? Is it too much competition for them in Alabama? So that's C. So A is they can't see the benefit of staying. B, they were offered more benefits somewhere else. And C is they just tapping out of the competition. They don't want to deal with the competition. Let me go to the chat, see what's in here. Boom. Got Bubba. Hey, let me tell y'all something. While I have no use for too many Auburn people, I can tell you that Bubba and the old man, they give you quality content. I can't deny Bubba is like this. He's like this. Y'all remember Rain Man? He's like the Rain Man of Auburn football and really SEC football. He's like the numbers. He crunching numbers in his head while he's, shucking peas. He's cleaning collard greens, cutting up chitlins and stuff. The numbers just be playing. I like numbers, so I gotta listen because my eyes start blinking because I'm looking at this orange and blue stuff. But the numbers, I like what he does to the numbers. I'm just trying to get him to switch over to the right team. We need him over here. There you go. Bub Mbakwe has already hit the portal. There it is, just like that. I don't know what Ryan Williams and them podcast gonna be. I guess he can get Zab Brown to go in there and take over. I mean, I don't know how that contract works. Say A and B. Yeah, I guess it can. I should have said all of the above or something like that, but I'm new at this whole thing. But Alabama has claimed no one so far, but there are reports that they're looking at this standout wide receiver. His name is Kevin Casey Concepcion, I think. He's at NC State receiver. He caught 29 passes for 519 yards and 4 touchdowns. By the way, That's more production than Kobe Prentice and K-Law combined by himself. Probably got a better quarterback. They have a heavy passing team. He's 5'11", 189. He was a 3-star going into school. He was a 3-star going into school, but he's rated as a 4-star now as a transfer. So I think he's visited Alabama today. We'll find out if he signs up, if he takes the offer, if he's offered anything. He may go in there, his breath stink or something, smelling like onions and crawfish. And then for the last 2 years, he got 65 receptions for 977 yards and 12 touchdowns. I mean, that's some kind of numbers that, those other receivers we had that are now playing on Sunday, that's the kind of stuff they did. But, I don't know how he got it because I ain't watched not one NC State game, and I don't feel like going back and watching any of his games because NC State, Wolfpack that's why he's trying to get out of there. He's hitting the panic button. He said, I'm out of there. So the biggest needs for the Tide, unlike what DC says, the biggest need for the Tide, defensive line have not been listed in any of the articles that I read. They say the number one thing, and I admitted this 2 weeks ago, really as soon as Kobe or K-Law hit, with receivers. That's why they're talking to this KC guy. They're going to be talking to some other people too. You got some young folks coming in, but they ain't ready. And Ryan's still young. We need Ryan to be doing some push-ups, pressing weight, and getting them routes down, because, he drops, fumbles, his blocking, it's all suspect. It needs to be worked on. He's young, though. Bubba said, appreciate that. Yeah, no problem, Bubba. No problem. Go check him out. Learn something about the numbers in the game. The numbers tell the truth. You can use them to lie, but the numbers won't lie to you. So, even with Ryan coming back, I don't know. I don't think German Bernard's coming back. I don't know if he can come back. I wouldn't if I was him, probably. He's a pretty good player. If he has a good combine, he can do fairly well. I don't know if he can improve. I don't know if he will improve his draft status by playing with a Ty Simpson or even Jalen Milroe at this point. And if Jalen comes back, I'm going to just tell y'all, it'll be a mistake for him to come back to the University of Alabama. He needs to go to Oregon. Just like the other Jalen. He needs to go to Oregon. If he just don't go to the pros and spend his time in somebody's virtual reality thing where they can make him into a better quarterback, he don't need Alabama right now. Plus, a good percentage of the fans don't appreciate him enough. So, coming back with Slick, dealing with Slick Sheridan. Nope, I cannot in good conscience tell Jalen Milroe to play with Slick Sheridan again. Don't know if Slick Sheridan is even going to be here after next year, if he make it to next year. So, Jalen, all the best to you. Choose wisely. But, IU receivers, we have, they're young. I mean, even to this day right now, Ryan Williams, still 17 years old. That's how young. And then you're going to have some people coming in that's older than Ryan, but younger than Ryan on the field. It's like real young, y'all. I mean, future is bright, but too doggone bright. Not bright where we got to wear shades, but the future is bright like I may go blind. They so doggone young. That's some ugly football there we're looking at if we're not careful. Secondly is tight ends. Dipri and Oots, they're gone. Kuvas is sticking around. We have signed 2 out of high school. One was a surprise out of Georgia, and the big man, Caleb coming. You got a dude named Caleb coming up. Caleb is like how can I explain? He kind of reminds you of he reminds me of who's that? No. Who was the Dallas Cowboy tight end that played with Romo a lot? Because I want to say Jay Novacek, that's not it. But he was a guy that he reminds you of that guy though. I mean, he got good hands, athletic, he's not all, acting all crazy, but he just there. He can block. But this guy, Caleb Elk, was coming from California. he plays basketball, so he can get up there. He plays above the rim on the basketball court and as well as the football field. It shows. He's strong, big guy. I think he's 6'7". He's not slow. I think he runs hurdles or something like that. So probably needs some size on me, some muscle development. But I'm looking forward. But they're gonna take time. So we are, and then we lost another tight end who didn't have any significant playing time. We lost him in the portal, so he's going to, going to some other places. So here we go. And then go back to this chat real quick. I'm seeing a bunch of stuff out here. Let's see. It's me said the only thing we need to recruit is staff. Yeah, and I could definitely suggest some staff changes. Tim Tucker, are you worried about the program's direction? Yeah, because I don't know which way it's going, and that's not like a up or down thing. It's more like, are we going left or right? Are we going to be like this? Are we going west or east? Are we going to be trying to become the Pac-10 in the SEC? Because that don't work. You don't have to even go to a game to fit. That don't work. You're not doing that over here. Everybody's impressed, what Oregon is doing. But that dude got a pretty tough team. I don't know what Oregon does against the SEC, week in and week out. I don't know what he does. Let's see. Ryan Williams is in the portal. Bubba, can you confirm that Ryan Williams is in the portal? This man called himself Michelle Obama's third leg. That we're not going to have the disrespect right there with Michelle Obama. Let's see. Bootylicious. Oh, snap. Ryan Williams just hit this. Who is Bootylicious? You got to identify yourself, sir. Let's see. Tim Tucker says, Nico's reporting Ryan Williams playing together. Hey, it's a lot of money out there, folks. It's a lot of money out there. You got to do what's right for your family. The heck with, I just ask anybody, if you could literally triple your money to walk down the street, even if you had to drive an extra 35 minutes to get that extra money to do the same job, don't you have to take it, especially if you think you're going to blow up? And I wonder, are these people, would they be leaving because Milroe's coming back? See, I don't worry about people leaving. What I worry about is, It's Me says, having a staff there to develop the talent that you do have. You still have a number 3, number 2, whatever, number 4 recruiting class with 4 stars and some 5 stars, and you still got to get out in the portal. You got some money to spend, but you got to you got to just say, well, it's only so much we're going to do to keep people around, because you can't pay everybody the same way. A lot of these teams, when that portal opens up again in the spring, you got to go through this all over again. You don't know who to pay. I think that's why Alabama's probably not signing anybody, because they're trying to figure out who's all going to leave. If you sign people, you're better off signing them on the last week of the portal, whenever it closes. Let's see. Bootylicious, I'm done with the boy. Just lost our best wide receiver. Well, it ain't because he was underutilized. It got tough for him at the end of the year when the competition got tougher. But what you gonna do if you can't go look around, go to On3, pull up several teams. Everybody's losing players. Ryan Williams is probably one of the bigger names. I think Justin Haynes is a bigger name, to be honest with you, an experienced back that don't fumble. Let's see. No, William looked it up to the comments and started rolling in. Williams has not entered. Thank you, Bubba. Now, that's right. People want to troll. They want to make up stuff. That's great. That's great. Thank you, Bubba, for some factual information. Like I said, Bubba got that Auburn thing going, but when it comes to the knowledge and the truth, and you're about to start riots, folks. Over in just don't do that. Don't do that. That's all right. That's fine. That's what we do. It's the internet. You put it on the internet, it got to be true. So tight ends well left, and offensive line. Oh my goodness, offensive line is decimated. You never know if Proctor want to head back to Iowa again, but we got the center I think could be gone. Tyler Booker could be gone. Jaden Roberts could be gone. We got 4 people coming out of high school. May have to sign some people out of the portal just to have enough experience, playing experience, good playing experience, just to make this thing work. So those are our biggest needs right there. And they surprisingly, they said nothing about the defensive line. DC, you can go to Bama Hammer and all the rest of these websites and argue with them. I ain't saying it's perfect. The people just say they're good for now because they have more pressing issues. Tight end, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. And last but not least, there is a huge void. Before I get to that, Alabama is also reaching out to Kaylee Tafa. Kaylee Tafa, 6'5", 327 pounds. He's a transfer out of Washington. He went to other schools, but him and DeBoer have a relationship from way back, but he's not happy. He's in the transfer portal. Don't know where he's going to end up, but he would be a huge addition to the Crimson Tide if we can get him. But the biggest void we got coming up also is that linebacker. Oh my God, Justice Jefferson. He's just out of eligibility. Salute to him. Jihad, got to strike when the iron's hot. Jihad is doing pretty good. He's likely headed to the NFL. He has a day 2 projection. Deontay Lawson had a day 2 projection or better. No, day 2 or I think it was day 2, second, third round. But he got injured. So might he come back for a 4th year? Don't know. But, we have great athletes on the roster, but nobody winning significant playing time. Definitely don't have. It was Jihad Campbell and Lawson wore the green dot the entire year. So that's a whole nother thing somebody got to take account of, and got to get some people that's ready to go. We got some young people coming in, but like I said, they're young. You can't have everybody out there 17, 18, 19 years old running around. You got to have some experience out there. And like I said, it's people with experience on the team. It's time for people to step up. Time for people to increase their NIL value right there at Alabama, play and get paid. But they may play so well they leave. It's just where we are. Imagine if you had free agency every year. Everybody, all 1,600 people is it 1,600? 1,800, whatever. The whole NFL, just imagine they all had free agency at the end of the season. You wouldn't even like your team. You'd be like, what? We got that bum over here? I'm done. Fun fact, as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, over the years, as we get into these chat rooms and all this stuff, Pittsburgh dominated the 70s, and people just that were Pittsburgh fans in the 70s, they can absolutely not stand football right now because of that reason. Because the reason the Pittsburgh Steelers did well for a decade, nobody left. Where we going? You ain't going nowhere. Sit your butt down. Ain't no free agency. We own you pretty much. And then it got to a point it was so good when they did have free agency, they kind of wanted to stay. But then after that, it took a long time for Pittsburgh to get back to number 5. But people don't like it. They want you to sit there and stay there for 15 years. They don't want to pay you like you've been there for 15 years unless you're a quarterback. And it's happening right now with college sports. I see people that NIL has killed college football. No, college football is still making a lot of money. Nor is the portals killing college football. It shouldn't be 2 portals, but they still making a lot of money. You go talk to the NBA. They the ones about to lose some money from them 3-pointers and all that stuff and whatever. They're about to lose some money. Viewership down 45% in 12 years. That ain't good. All because it's all about shooting the 3. To be honest, playing a zone, me and Bubba can go out there right now and shoot 3s all day. I ain't going to play on defense. Maybe I can check out after the ball go the other way and let Bubba go play defense. And I come back down for the shot. Or vice versa. I can play defense on anybody for as long as it takes to put a 3-point shot up. Play his own, right? Anyway, but for now, that's what all I have for the portal in Alabama. So make sure you tip your boy by subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, and just linking up with us. I may just jump on, go live, so turn the notifications on because there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of changes going forward, and I want to get into you real quick. I may let you know something about the softball team. I may let you know about the golf or, the bass fishing. I know Auburn has a rodeo team. Does Alabama have a rodeo team? We should put that on the checklist, get a rodeo team. No, Auburn got a swim team. At least they had one. But, make sure that you click those notifications because you never know when I'm going to come at you with some football or basketball news. And speaking of basketball, the ladies of the Crimson Tide are 9-1. They finally lost one to Cali on the road, 69-65. It was on the road, though. They were doing good. They're still not ranked. If they'd have won the game, they would have broke the top 25. That was their biggest test of the season, to be honest. And they were coming off of wins against Clemson and Georgia State. Beating Cal would have placed them in the top 25, I think, based on what I saw. Nevertheless, yesterday they got the chance to smack around the ladies from Murray State. That's right, I said smacked them. 90-63. Sarah Barker and Zaggy Green, they lead the team with like almost 16 points apiece scoring. When, Essence Cody. I love that name, Essence. She averages 7 boards a game. So I hope the ladies can, shock the world and step it up this season because, I'm sick of LSU. That's just to be honest. Coach Mulkey, I'm sick of you. I'm all right with Don Staley. I don't like Coach Mulkey. I hope the ladies can shock the world. Now on to the men's. They're ranked number 6 in the nation. The guys I'll talk about it. Let me go back to this chat for a minute. I saw something I want to talk about. Bubba and old man, Bubba said the portal's getting ridiculous. We need to secure contracts. You gotta do something. Hey, PhD, roll tide to you. She said she agreed about the portal. But let me ask y'all something though. He said, I ain't playing defense, bro. All right, I'll go down and play defense. You ain't got to do it for like 7 seconds. That's it. That's the NBA. That's defense in the NBA. Because you ain't doing that, LeBron going to shoot straight over your head. But looking at his shooting percentage, he's probably going to miss. And Steph, don't even put your hand up. So I do that. It's less work on the defensive side of the NBA. But getting to those secure contracts, how do we do this? I know people talk about the SEC can put a cap on this. Anytime you're talking about caps, man, you're talking about labor relations, NLRB, work stoppages. How many was Jimmy? What do you want Jimmy Sexton representing 66% of the players, or Jimmy Sexton Jr. or the third, or his daughter representing 66% of your team before the season, before the spring game? Like, yeah, what players are going to be out there for the spring game, coach? Need to look at their contract one more time. See, when you're talking about contracts, you're talking about negotiations. Everything's subject to be negotiated unless you got a collective bargaining agreement. See, that keeps Jimmy Sexton from going back to you every week. Yeah, I want to talk to you about my client that's the tight end and the running back. Then next week, we talking about the defensive lineman and the linebacker. The receiver and the safety here in week 3, we need to talk about their deal. See, if you don't have a collective bargaining agreement, it don't stop. It don't stop, won't stop. Until the FBI come in like they did for Diddy. But other than that, he didn't stop. He wasn't stopping. But I digress. How do you do that? Let's see. Water Cooler coming through. Water Cooler Talk Podcast. What up to you? What up to you? What up to you? Those guys talking Auburn all the time. But I am this close to getting the scripted A on Nick's head. I'm not. I see, because he logical. That kind of logic. You can't waste it over there, bro. Come on over. Check him out, man. Either way. Let's see. He said, Titan Bachway entered the portal. Now rumors of wild rims in the portal. Yeah. What's going on? Bam, what's going on in the country? Marshall missing their whole team. Watercool said, Bubba the old man, he definitely got Tim Tuckered. Yeah, I think. Let's see. More and more, I'm getting irritated with this NIL input. Hang in there. It's all steeped in that little thing they call capitalism. It's a beautiful thing if you're taking advantage of it. If you're sitting there watching it, it can kind of irritate. It's like sitting there watching a roller coaster, knowing you're scared of the roller coaster. You actually would have more fun on it, unless that security bar come up and the safety strap come off. Other than that, you'll have more fun on it than if you just sitting there getting motion sickness just watching it. Go ahead and get on. Let's see. Protocol says you secure contracts by going to get the 400-page Bible that Uncle Bill has at UNC. I'm pretty sure it's in that document. Hey, I'm just saying, man, that's even if it's my beloved Tuskegee Golden Tigers and all we getting is $50 a month to go to the Piggly Wiggly. $50 can turn to $52.50 if I ask them right before homecoming. Because that's when Tuskegee's average attendance of a game go from 10,000 to 60. So 2 nights for homecoming, like, yeah, coach, my boys say they're going to need to have the other gallon of milk. I represent like 40 people on the team. You got 65 on contract, on the scholarship or contract, whatever you want to call it. You might as well go and get an extra gallon of milk to everybody. Like, extra gallon of milk for everybody. I thought you represent 40. My boys want to look out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the walk-ons. You got to have a collective bargaining agreement. A collective bargaining agreement makes that type of mischief illegal, where you can literally lose your license. NFL's already doing it. Hockey, baseball, you got to have it. And it'll take like 65 years. No, that's 65 years. Then you got to see how do you want to do the union? Is the union per conference, per sport? Is it national? Is it just inside the state? Because remember, like in Georgia, you cannot unionize in the state of Alabama nor Georgia. So you got to be a part of a regional, something outside a federal thing. So a lot of questions to be answered, but guess what? They ain't gonna be answered in the next 2, 3, 4 years. I don't care what kind of contract you got. So if Ryan Williams and Bachway, Bryce under $3 million, trust me. And this goes out to Mr. Beast. I'm gonna say this right now. Mr. Beast, if you want to see this become an Auburn University podcast, get at your boy. Everybody can be bold. Huh? I know. Not even that, Mr. Beast. You want to see this become a, let's see, give me a team, somebody. Oh, University of Memphis. UTC Chattanooga. Mr. Beast, call me. We can talk about it. Yeah, we'll do it. I got kids to feed, y'all. It's just that simple. But right now, I'm rolling with Tide. Where we at now? Secure contracts. Yeah. Yeah, at Belichick, boy. Where's my doggone chat at? Where am I going? Gotta go. His flight coming in here fast and furious. Okay. Now I was just bringing up because he said can't stop, won't stop, and obviously he was not playing. Negative type. Oh, not working. It's not working. It's working. It's working. What's the Jedi mind trick? It's working. It is working on you, Nick. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's roll tide. Anyway. Oh, let's see. I said, don't do it, Nick. He's been recruiting me too. Bubba, we need the numbers. We need the numbers. You got to crush some stats on there, man. Let's see. Bubba, he been doing it to me forever. Hey, I'm always recruiting. We only want the best of the best. Only want the best of the best. You guys are pretty dang good. Don't stay strong. Stay strong. Hey, I'm not going to say that. That's inappropriate for this show. Has something to do with the guy in New York and the baby oil and the sedatives. I'm not going with that. Anyway, got to. Let's see. PhD, forcing her discontent. Let's see. First and only time I got on a roller coaster was in the 90s. I had a major panic attack. The operator almost called a medic. Oh, they see that every day. And trust me, they laugh profusely. What is it? A lot. When you got away from the area, they figured out you wasn't having a heart attack. Oh, I don't get on too. No, I'm not doing that. Bubba, So I got free tickets twice to a company I work for. Both times I didn't do nothing but sightseeing. I tell you what, last time we went down to a place like that, we got the all you can eat. Took 3 naps in public. That's very unusual for me. I don't close my eyes in public. Why would you? I took 3 naps. Everybody's having a good time. PhD, Bubba the old man. I know that's right. Yeah, take the kids out there. Facts tight, business decision. Yeah. Business decision. No, cut it out. Why would you declare war on an eagle? Anyway, back to what I was saying. Get to the men's team. There you go. That's what we need. Roll Tide. That's that. Roll Tide. The Alabama basketball team is 6th in the nation. The guys are 8-2. They played Purdue a while back. Purdue, they don't have Edey anymore, but they got like a little bit more mobile of a big man, and he kind of knows his place on the team. And they play with a lot of confidence with it. The Tide still getting used to, they're kind of gelling together. They got 6 transfers in there, and everybody, they know they're not the man, but they can ball. But recently, I guess around Thanksgiving, they played in this, what is it called? The Players Era tourney. It was out in Vegas. Alabama made it all the way to the finals. Interesting point about that tournament. All the teams that went to the tournament, all the guys got checks. And then you got a bigger check if you won or made it to the final. Yeah, the last 2 teams in the final won. But Alabama made it to the final. They lost the game to an unranked Oregon. Now, Oregon done jumped 26 plus 2 spots because there was another game since then. They are number 10 behind Alabama, while Alabama's number 6. Here's, I watched that game. They lost that game because I think they wore out playing all those very competitive games back to back. I mean, my early assessment of the Tide is, I'm not a player, I'm not a coach, but I am an observer of systems. So I can see weaknesses, I can make assessments, and I give my opinion. Grant Nelson, 6'9", 6'10", power forward. He can't lead fast breaks, man. No. Get a ball to somebody else. Bro, you might as well let me run the fast break instead of you. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. You and Anthony Davis, stop it. You stop it now. You get on the board. You get on the wing. You don't lead no fast break. You get a ball to somebody smaller and less goofier than you. Love you though, bro. The metrics say, Alabama's going to shoot 3s and the short 2s. Well, they need to take them 3-point shots faster. They need to stop all that dribbling or give it to Phylon. Phylon's this young dude. I think he's out of Mobile. He can go to the hole. His 3-point shot ain't even where it needs to be, but that youngster can go to the hole. I mean, the game versus Rutgers and Purdue, the defense and offense, they were tired at times because they kept turning the ball over. Turning the ball over to where they just lost leads. Came back and won both of those games, even against Houston outside of the tournament. Turned the ball over, kept them in there. So I just say play more players. And that's what Nados was talking about, playing more players. Still trying to get a feel for who needs to be out there and got players coming in from injury. But I just remember against this young team, I think it was Rutgers, man. Rutgers got these youngins, boy. They got some youngins in that team. Got 2 boys. They look great, but the turnovers were costing them, man. They had 2 young dudes, 2 diaper dandies, as Dick Vitale would say. One of them is the son of 5-time NBA champion Ron Harper. His name is Dylan Harper. I would love to see that guy play another 2 years, but the Lakers need that boy yesterday. That boy can ball. I think he's longer than his father. His father was a big-time scorer at Cleveland. He used to slow down Jordan so much that what they do, they acquired that dude with the Bulls, and he won 3 championships over there with them. Or 2. I think it was 3 with them and then 2 with Kobe and Shaq. But 2 freshmen scored 59 of 90 points on Alabama. 2 of them. And neither one of them going to be at Rutgers next year. They're going to be gone. So I'm sorry to see that, we did lose Reisel during that tournament. I think it was during that tournament, but he hurt something. The guy had concussions that took him out last year, and it's just terrible. The guy's a great player. He's a good player. Like he's a good teammate too. Good old country boy. And but he got hurt again, and hopefully he can come back and pull it together. But we do have a guy named Youngblood coming back. Well, came back after being out for a month with this injury. But during the last game, the game was tight at the end. Tide was up like 20 points for most of the game. Then at the end, Crichton just came back. Is it Crichton or Creighton? I don't know. It should be Crichton. But anyway, they came back. But they, thanks to our guards, Sears had 27 and Phylon had like 16, like right at the basket. Like he was just taking folks to the hole and he was just doing it, Nelson grabbed 10 boards, what he's supposed to be doing, not leading no fast break. Just because it can't be fast don't mean you're supposed to be doing it. Get a ball up. Jesus. They closed that game out, man. But like I said, Coach Oates is still working on his rotation. But, they so loaded, he just don't know. You got to fill it out. You got to hurry up because conference play is coming about. And speaking of conference play, I do think I'm going to start going live during the conference games or any tournament they may be in over the Christmas break. I don't think they have one scheduled. But for conference games, I think I can go live. And if nothing else, gives a chance to get hype, yell, roll tide, and put on your hard hat. Go back to the chat for a minute. Pay me a little bit wage tight, and I'll quit my job right now and join the network. Well, we have costume. Oh, don't do that to us. Don't do it to us. Because we ain't paying no hazard pay. Let's see. Don't do it, Bubba. Hey, man, got family to take care of. Man, Bubba got like 75 kids over there. Let's see. Auburn Addicts, what's up? Look at he's showing money, trying to show money, trying to throw money at. Trying to throw that money up. No. That's, you don't know money from the Talk Podcast. I got bills, man. What is that? Hey, man, that's what we're talking about, man. I mean, if you want to see this, I'm just saying this right now. This is serious. If Warren Buffett wants me to make this a Nebraska podcast, I'm open for negotiation. And I trust you, Mr. Honorable Buffett. It's not as expensive as you think it is. It won't even cost you $1 billion. I mean, that's when it really hurts for you, right? What's the Cornhusker things? Go Huskies or something? Go Huskers? What? I don't. Just call me. He said, I feel that. But where are we? But like I said, I'll be doing some live games for basketball. If I can catch the rodeo team, I may watch them too. I'm all about the Tide for right now until further notice. But that's all I have for today. Remember to join us here every Monday at 7:30. Please poke that like button right in the eye before you go. And please remember to join us for Iron Bowl debates. I think we're going to be going live on Wednesdays and Fridays going forward. It's a lot easier on our time and our production value and everything. Click on that notification bell so you'll know when we drop one. Going back into the chat real quick. Water Cooler says, great show. I thank you, sir. And, with that, I can't wait to see you next time right here on Tight Sports, right here around the herd. Let's see, Auburn Addicts ain't for sale. Y'all wild. Oh, you know why that is? Because he already getting paid by the yellow fella. That's what that's all about. Good night to you, PhD. Good night to you. Tell all your sports friends about us right here on Tight Sports on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Facebook, and Tight Sports Talk on X. Go over and support the Sharpshooters podcast because they rolling with the Tide as well. Roll Tide to your Sharpshooters. And relieve stress by going over and heckling the heck out of and laughing at Auburn Addicts. That's Auburn_Addicts. Water Cooler Talk Podcast. Bubba and the old man who spend their time waiting on Cam Newton's son to take over the Auburn offense. It's pitiful, I know, but check him out because it is hysterical. Have a good night, big bro. Have a good night to you. Where are we? And PhD said good night. And what else I got? Yeah, just check them out. What did I say, everybody? I said Water Cooler Sports Talk Podcast. I said Bubba and the old man. And I definitely said Auburn_Addicts, my partner over there on Iron Bowl Debates. And you know how I like to end the show. Always remember, roll, tide, roll.